Okay, good morning. What time? 20 to 12, 26th of June, Rugby Borough Council, the county where I was born. I've got some questions to ask them, namely about birth certificates. Here we go. Bear with me.
Welcome to Rugby Borough Council. Please note that your call may be recorded for training or monitoring purposes. In order to improve our services to you, your data is shared with other councils within Warwickshire. If you want to opt into the new garden waste collection service, you can subscribe now at www.rugby.gov.uk/garden waste. If you are calling with a query about your council tax, we are happy to help, or alternatively, you can visit our website at www.rugby.gov.uk/council tax. I'm sorry, all our staff are busy at the moment. Your call will be answered as soon as possible.
Need a pause. Oh, no pause here.
I'm sorry we're still not able to answer your call. If you would like to hold, your call will be answered as soon as a member of staff becomes available. If you would prefer to leave a message, please press 1 now. I'm sorry we're still not able to answer your call. If you would like to hold, your call will be answered as soon as a member of staff becomes available. If you would prefer to leave a message, please press 1 now. I'm sorry we're still not able to answer your call. If you would like to hold, your call will be answered as soon as a member of staff becomes available. If you would prefer to leave a message, please press 1 now.
No, wait. All these angles.
Good morning, to the switchboard. Can I help you?
Hello there, yes, I'm looking to speak to somebody at the General Births Office in Rugby, but I can't find his phone number.
Oh, bless you. Bear with me a moment. I'll just get that for you.
Thank you.
Have you got a pen?
Yes, I have, yeah.
Okay. Now, it's a funny number, but it is a local call rate number. So, for births and deaths, it's 0300
Yeah,
555
yeah.
0255.
And who are these? Is this in Rugby or somewhere else? Or?
I have got another number for the Rugby Registry office. Is 01788 551
Yeah.
829.
Yeah, it is the Rugby one that I do need to speak to initially, yeah.
Right, well that's the Rugby number, but as I say, there is this other number as well. They sort of gave us two different numbers for marriages, births and deaths. But against the Rugby Registry office, they give both those numbers.
Alright then, that's brilliant.
All right,
thank
then.
you. Cheers, thank
You're
you for your
welcome.
help.
Have a good day. You're
And
welcome.
And you,
Bye.
thank you. Bye-bye. Aha, again. The mission, isn't it? Hey. Looks like betting this number's going to have an answer machine connected direct with Rugby. I may have rang it.
Good morning, Rugby Registry office. Catherine speaking. How can I help?
Hello there, Catherine. This is David speaking. Good morning to you. I am calling you from not in Rugby, and I need some assistance, please, if I may request it.
Okay, how can I help you?
I've got a certified copy of an entry, my birth certificate. I've been online and I've used the online services of .gov.uk, and I've obtained my person's birth certificate. But I'm also looking for the live birth certificate that's made by the hospital, not the actual GRO registered one. Would it be yourselves that I make the application to direct for this, or?
Yeah, so what you've got from GRO your birth certificate, but you need the...
Live born certificate, the one that's made at the hospital, with the one that gets sent off initially before this one is made with the presence of my mum and dad at the General Register's office. There's a short and a long version, isn't there? One is a live birth certificate, and that's kept at the state of our birth, which is Rugby, and then there's the GRO issued one that comes with my mother and the father when they present for registration. So initially, the one from the hospital, the live birth certificate, or it might be a born certificate, I don't know, but it's not the one that I have here from the internet.
Okay. I've not heard of that. Let me check with my colleague. She's in an appointment at the moment, so I'll give you a call back.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, that'll be brilliant. Yeah, there's no rush
at all. So you were born in Rugby?
I was indeed, yeah. I was born in Saint something. Is it Luke?
St Cross?
St Cross. There you go, St Cross. Yeah.
Okay, and what's your phone number, please?
077.
Yep.
894. Hello there, David speaking.
Hello, David. It's Catherine from the Rugby Register office.
Hello there.
Hello. I've spoken to my colleague who deals with the births and deaths, and it's not something that we've got here, or something that we've heard of or seen.
Okay.
Sometimes there might be a discharge note given by the hospital that we see, but that's then returned to the parents. All we have is the actual registration done. So you would either have a short version of your birth certificate or the long version, which has all your parents' details on, which you use for identification.
Well, this is the issue that I've got there. As you've said, you use for identification. I'm in the middle of claiming my allodial title. So, as a flesh and blood human man, I am of the disposition that this certified to be copy of the entry of the register and births and stillbirths, I'm concerned that my parents have made an omission with the General Register's office at the time of my registration, and so my given names are given names, but my capitalised name, Old Dominicus, and the number on this certificate is pertaining to, because it's a bonded piece of paper. I've been studying law for 7 years now, and it's come to me under contract law that I need to correct my status, and it says in bold at the bottom of this. This is why I've ordered this certificate copy from the government, Catherine. It says, warning: a certificate is not evidence of identity, and it's a Crown copyright document. So I'm of the opinion that this is a legal instrumentation and framework in which we do commerce with. So I'm about to get in touch with the Attorney General and the Secretary, Home Secretary, and maybe possibly the Vat-i-can then, because I believe that these governing bodies that facilitate this infrastructure need to be corrected, because I have called myself the details. My person is registered across the bank and the HMRC PAYE system as I've since changed the person's name by default, which has gone from Hanlon to Jeremita, but I have unwittingly claimed this name and liability associated with it, and I'm in the middle of a legal set of paperwork that I'm drawing up and comprising, and obviously some notices to the relevant bodies of the state that I'm aware that some kind of misrepresentation. We won't mention fraud or anything at this moment, but I'm of the the belief that misrepresentation has occurred, because now I'm of competent age. I can understand the warning given on the bottom of the certificate. It's not identity. It's a form of a contract, you see, and I'm going to move the liability from the public sector of where it is now to the private sector, using mercantile and trust law. Tony Blair was a trust lawyer, actually. He was the one that gave the applied principles of this, with the legal moves that he did whilst he was in office, and how much money he left with that couldn't be got to because claims of war crimes with Tony Blair and going to The Hague. They couldn't because he was in trusts. His assets were protected, and I've looked into this extensively, and it comes down to identification, and I need to find out what identification the state has on this registration of this name. You see, this person has been created. It's an entity now, so it's bonded and it's registered and it's in the cabinets of the Home Office, but it is not me, and I believe contracts have been made against this paper, of which need to be rescinded. So I understand this isn't an everyday conversation of which you'll be, accustomed to, but this is the actual world that we live in when you study law and you get into the applied principles of contract and how it's happened. I believe this might be for a stillborn as well. There may have been an error in there, because the state issue certification of birth for stillborns as well. And yeah, I won't go on too much because I know you're very busy, but I need to continue on with the forms of the state then, that I'm looking for the hospital entry, that to say that I was that a live human baby was born, if you like. There was a live birth there, the delivery of the midwife, and the given name is captured at the hospital. I was led to believe, but I'll go back to my barrister and inform him that I've been unable to obtain this information from yourself today, Catherine, and I will get in touch with the state further up and ask them then if there is anything before I go any further then. But thanks for your time.
Yeah, all we have is the handwritten record. The first we know of your birth is when your parents come in with the discharge, if they have one, and make an appointment with the registrar of births and deaths. So, and then your birth is recorded in the register, which is what you have a copy of. But prior to that, whether the NHS keep any records of your birth, it's possible.
Yeah, I'm of the understanding that the wards of the state and the delivery room and the doctor are official military capacity, so it may well be that the book entry of the live birth done by the delivery nurse or the matron at the time will be sent forward to a different, it's ecclesiastical, this law as well, which is the canon church law, stems back from Sumerian Judea times. A Roman Catholic law that we have as a state is ruled by the Vat-i-can. That's the head office there, so it may well be, it sounds a long way away, but it may well be that there's some there, or we have an international bank of settlements that also I'm looking into with regards to how they operate and where the bonds and the trusts have gone with the creation of commodities and assets. But do you ever, may I ask you then, do you have anybody ever ring you up saying, why does it say in bold at the bottom of this certificate there's a warning that says it's not evidence of identity? Could you expand on that? Because I have looked at it in terms of law and contract and things, but what do you believe that to be actually in reference to?
Which certificate do you have? Do you have the short one or the full version?
It's a full one. It's got the district, place of birth, surname, occupation of my father, I believe, their name and surname of mother, place of birth, maiden surname, address, informant is on there. Somebody's informed you that there's been a birth, that's on there. My father, and then another address. So it appears to be the long one, yeah.
Yeah, it does. No, because that is the one you would use in order to gain a passport. That's the one that you're required to provide. So unless...
Yeah, in the legal framework, you see, this is what I'm saying. You have to be aware of what you're committing to. As a child, you've no say in this. It's all, it's all done when we are children. So these are These are you know, entries that are made before we have the intelligence or the actual legal authority to manage our own estates. But when we come of 18 or 21, you're allowed to, obviously, in the eyes of the law, you become an adult. And when you're an adult, then certain things need to be disclosed to you if there are any existing presumptions of the law, state, or contractual obligations, whether it be disclosed or non-disclosed. So you have, not you, but the state have put on this certified, it bears the crest of the monarchy, don't forget. So we've got the monarchy's crest, it's bonded with GRO, and it says, warning, a certificate is not evidence of identity. So before I go, my barristers give me his personal opinion on this, and they've also, the people in the trade, you know, they indemnify themselves with such marvellous tricks and ingenuity. So he's given me what can happen in, you know, legal terms and what can happen in lawful terms. So this is why I have to come and try and find the information for myself first, so I actually can present it with full first-hand knowledge. So yeah, we'll continue on, and I thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
All right,
Okay,
Catherine.
right.
Thanks
Nice
very
to
much.
speak to you. Thanks very much. Thanks,
Thank you.
David.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Complete denial from the state. So you do not go to your local state, or they've committed a crime and lied to me when I've asked for an information request. So we will see. You cannot get the short birth from your state office where you were born, but you probably can get it from the Vat-i-can. So we probably need to ring up the hospital now and see what happens at a hospital when they actually do it. I think she was being a bit reserved, to say the least. Peace and love, guys.